Hi travelers, Tara here. I'm coming to you today with the summer solstice reading. I've got several decks here, so we're just going to kind of play around with some stuff and see what happens. While I am, I've already kind of pre-shuffled all of the decks, so while I am shuffling again, this is going to be a general solstice reading for all signs. So if there are messages that apply to you, I hope that you can take what you can from it to help you in whatever way that you may need some help. If it doesn't apply to you, that's why I have the several decks, because, each deck talks differently, speaks differently, and will sometimes tell different stories. While I'm here, I'm going to go ahead and plug my new products. I posted a video a few days ago, and I see that not many of you saw it out of all of the subscribers. It would behoove you to go back, if you haven't watched it. It's called the New Products and Services, to go in and take a look to see what I'm offering. I have some tarot bundle packages, which is like a prepaid thing, so it's like having me on retainer. You can go over to the website and read about it, but if you go see the video, it's the one I just posted a few days ago, there's a lot of things in there, I think, that may be of some interest to some of you. For those people who've been contacting me for Akashic Records reading consultations, really, it's a great thing. Please keep them coming. For those of you who have some Akashic work coming, do know that it is on the way. I've been working diligently on putting some things together. So you should be hearing from me in a few days here, in the next, I don't know, 24, 48 hours. If you have any questions about the Akashic Records services, do not hesitate to email me. You don't have to contact me through the website. You can go to the About box and click on my email address there and send me an email directly. And I will answer any questions that I possibly can about the Akashic Records readings that you may, any questions that you may have. So that's that. And what I want to do now is get into reading. I have the Radiant White deck. I have the Casanova. I also have the Heart Oracle Tarot, and of course the lovely, lovely Sibylla's. So here we go. I'm not going to do a Hidden Lotus spread because I kind of want this to be a direct kind of a let's just lay it out on the table kind of a thing. So here we go. Ah, yes, the Uranus transit in Aries that's happening. Well, it's apt that the Fool would come out in the center, and the Fool also represents Uranus. However, it is a new beginning, and today is the summer solstice, the first day of summer, officially. The 9 cards are the Ten of Swords, the Knight of Cups, the Seven of Wands, the Four of Cups, the Fool card in the center, that's our focus, the Seven of Swords. Then I have the Nine of Coins, the Four of Wands, and the Nine of Wands with the Tower underneath. This is a spread that speaks to changes, a lot of changes going on. The way that you are thinking or perceiving things, as opposed to what you want to do or how you want to go forward with whatever. This could be in a work endeavor. This is, there's relationship here, there's work here, there's really a lot of what the energies are reading, particularly with the Swords and the Wands cards, that this is a time of literally change and seeing, realistically what you can have and what you can't have, okay? In whatever manner that means for you. Let me get some water. Hold on. It starts with the Ten of Swords. And this Ten of Swords is speaking to a situation, be it personal, like a familial or a friendship, maybe work, and also maybe romantic, of something you're coming from a space of being disappointed and feeling tired, exhausted, maybe ready to give up. Um, not seeing any way forward or any way through. But then I have this Knight of Cups come in. And the Knight is about an offer. It is about something that promises um, some type of emotional fulfillment on some level. Um, this card could also be speaking to perhaps trying to move forward in the spirit of love and cooperation. There is still some hesitancy here, because this Knight rides directly into the Seven of Wands, and the Seven of Wands is really all about an internal conflict, and it is really trying to decide where should you focus your energy, what should you really be putting your time and investing your time and your energy, your heart, your mind into. um, Lots of things coming at you from different directions, and just trying to stand your ground and perhaps deal with things in the best manner that you can. You know, uh, this is going to end up looking at all of the things that you have in front of you. This is, the most important, maybe prioritizing those things that have come up for you, and saying, okay, I'm going to handle this first. And get this done, and then I'm going to try to work on this. With the Uranus energy coming in, there really is an unpredictability to everything that is happening, everything that is occurring. There's an unpredictability. But what I also like to say about the Seven of Wands is that the card indicates being in a better position than you realize, okay? For the simple fact that the guy is standing at the top of the hill, and he's got all of these other things coming at him. And this could even be subconscious things coming up and trying to beat them back. That's why you're having such an inner conflict, okay? Lots of passions and desires, perhaps even anger coming up. That does represent, this card does speak to Mars and Leo. So this could simply be a bunch of emotions coming up associated with this Ten of Swords and this Knight of Cups. Now, for some of you, maybe this is already playing out. For others of you, this could be something that's going to be coming up here, starting with the summer solstice. I'm not going to give you a time frame of 2 weeks, so please don't come under the video and ask me, what time frame is this for? There is no timing in the tarot, per se, because the timing is, it's relative in the universe. So what I have in the center row is this Four of Cups, and which is very, very apt, because I think today, and somebody who really knows this, I haven't checked up on it today, I've been really busy, but I believe that not only it's the first day of the summer solstice, but the moon has now come into Cancer, which is the ruling house of the moon. It rules the fourth house. And as we can see, we have some things here having to do with home life. And that's what the fourth house of Cancer rules. It rules your family, your home life, those things that make you feel secure in terms of belonging, a group, a tribe. It also represents things concerning the mother. And as we can see, we do have this woman down here. So perhaps for some of you, this is an issue about a female, okay? But the Four of Cups is really, for me, I have difficulty sometimes in interpreting this card, because what it looks like, the imagery of the card, is someone having things, but not being satisfied with those things, and yet something coming in, a new offer, and still not being satisfied with that. Okay, that is the imagery of the card. But yet, the feeling that is coming off of the card in this particular spread is that perhaps even though this cup that's being offered is not accepted, it is recognized as being a cup, whatever that means. Okay. So let's say, for instance, you're kind of feeling, oh, I don't know, rather standoffish. You know, this is coming. I got to heal from this. Really, I don't, but I recognize the value of what this is that's being offered. The card didn't come like this. Okay. The card is like this. But this could also indicate that someone literally just cannot take on one more thing at this point, okay? And they are perhaps trying to see emotionally how things are going to fit in. But with the Fool coming in, the Fool comes in to say that it is a brand new opportunity for you to start fresh and new. Now I have this Seven of Swords, and this is probably one of the most feared and dreaded cards in the tarot, okay, particularly in the Rider-Waite deck, because the card speaks to deception, trickery, lies, theft. It can speak to someone using their words against you, or you using words against someone else, cross purposes. I will go ahead and give you that 13th century interpretation. It could also speak to a house move. I never ever see that in terms of the imagery. Okay, but it is definitely someone thinking about something. Either someone thinks they got away with something, someone is thinking about getting away with something, but this could also speak, because it comes in line with these Four of Wands, with these Wands cards. It can also speak to someone, what's the feeling? How am I to explain it in a manner that really makes sense? It's kind of like being disconnected, your head from your passions, your thoughts and your emotions. And so this could even speak to, in this instance, in this particular spread, could be a situation of someone perhaps even trying to deceive themselves in one respect, or maybe feeling guilty about something, something that has occurred in the past, or something that they're thinking about doing. But it can also speak, in this spread, it reads somewhat like avoidance, okay, of not wanting to confront or deal with whatever these things are representing here, these Ten of Swords and these Wands. Now, I have the Nine of Pentacles, and the Nine of Pentacles is really the card about someone who has worked very hard, very diligently. They have focused all of their attention and energies on getting to a particular place, okay, within their life framework. They have ignored all of the small things that have come in, and they've really focused, and now they're at this particular place. They've been able to tame all of their energy, their wild instincts, the negative side, the too soft side, and they are now at a place where they're extremely comfortable. Now, this may be in a financial sense, okay, because it is the Coins card. But basically, to me, the card is just reading like someone staying focused in a practical, real-world sense in order to get where it is that they have been wanting to go. And if you've been struggling trying to do that, as I am, then you will eventually, this will work out. But there are obstacles on the home. There are obstacles coming up. Now, I really feel that this Nine of Pentacles with the Four of Wands says that this is something related to home and family, okay, in whatever sense that means for you. The line down the center, the Knight of Cups, the Fool card, and the Wands card. So maybe, you know, something has come in. Maybe it is simply a recognition of operating from a different space here so that you can achieve this kind of stability and home life, just having a tranquil environment. But again, the cards speak to some kind of obstacle. So this is the card of feeling wounded, but it is also the card of perseverance. And really, the cards, particularly these four, really speak to someone who is just persevering through whatever has transpired. And perhaps maybe even trying to put some things in the past as if they never occurred, or I'm going to forget about this, or it's not worth my time and energy. But definitely it reads as though there are lingering questions. That's what it is. There are lingering questions surrounding perhaps many different issues. Okay, I have a 7 and I have a 9. And we also know 9 is the highest spiritual number. It's divided. It's the only number that can be divided by 3 unto itself. So it kind of speaks to like a culmination of everything coming to a synthesis and going, wow, you know, I need to get all of my eggs in a basket, and how am I going to fit them all in? And, you know, I'm struggling in one area, but I really need some help here. Or, you know, I want to move this forward here and I don't quite know what to do, or I don't have the support that I need to do that. I mean, it's this line here. And it kind of says that, you know, after all is said and done with this, that you can start anew, okay? But you're going to start anew with your defenses up, okay? And, you know, someone once told me, you know, when you assume, well, there's that saying, if you assume the worst, then sometimes that's what you get. And I'm not saying to you, and the cards are not speaking to you, that you should not be cautious and be prudent in your approach on this new start. But at the same time, try to remain open. Leave a small window of optimism and openness there as you start on this new thing. Now, this line here, whether you are male or female and you're going through some of this, I'm getting that there's going to be a female, very pivotal female coming in that will be able to support you in your endeavors, whether this is personal, financial, relationship-wise, that there's someone who, in a sense, has a wealth of experience and knowledge. Maybe they just have a wealth and know-how. Maybe the person is the kind of individual that can just come in and do what needs to be done without letting the small things interfere with what the goal is. Okay, that's really how that reads to me. That's quite interesting. What I want to do now, we have this transit of Uranus and Aries going on, and the Tower card represents Mars and Uranus. We know that Mars is retrograde, but we only have a few more days before it comes direct on the 29th. So maybe this is what the card is talking about, that something will become clear, okay, or something is just going to collapse altogether. And when I say collapse, I don't mean that in the sense of something really bad happening to you. Just means that maybe everything that or what you thought really was most important, you find out that it really wasn't, because something occurs, or you get some news or something happens that kind of shows you really what the important things are. Okay. Um, it is also because I have Mars in my 10th house, and that rules my career and reputation. And I've been telling you guys, I've really been struggling trying to figure out what it is that I can do to try to bring, you know, to take my game to the next level and offer you the things that I really think would benefit you the most. And so perhaps what the card is saying is that suddenly, after Mars comes retrograde, comes direct, with this culmination of this Uranus transit that's going on, it's going to be like, pow, you know, being shot out of a cannon. And things are going to really start moving, okay? It literally could just be that. So what I want to do is I want to take a look. The three oddest cards to me are not oddest. We want to definitely read on, I want to read on the Ten of Swords to see kind of what this is saying. I want to read on the Fool card, okay, what that's trying to tell us. This line, I'm going to read this line. Actually, I'm going to read these cards. All right, let's see here what the Sibila can, if the Sibila can kind of clear this up for us or give us a bit more insight. Now, two things. This is going to be related to either someone from the past. Hold on. There's actually three readings. Some kind of news coming in. But even though this is a 10 of Swords, it also turns out to be something positive. One interpretation. The next interpretation, this could literally be an aspect of yourself, something that occurred when you were feeling this way and it created this, but news, okay, and it could have been through some type of communication, but there was something positive in it, which is kind of odd because these are two positive. Well, this is actually a neutral card, but if you take these two together, this can mean it was something positive. And if you take those two together, then it could say it was something that was negative. Nevertheless, it was something that was fortunate in some way, shape, or form. And the last interpretation is that maybe someone else that you've been dealing with who feels this way was viewing you as an enemy. Maybe that was the interaction, the communications. But then again, we know that this is a 10, so this is going to be changing. So we're looking at something positive here. This is quite strange. The Fool card. What does the Fool have to tell us? Now, Uranus speaks to a new beginning. This is like all of a sudden, it's sort of like an epiphany, particularly these two cards, okay? It's sort of like there's an epiphany that's happening, okay? But we also know that the Fool starts off on his new journey without a care in the world. He has no clue what's going to be coming for him, no clue how to handle the things that are going to be coming up for him, because it is literally a new spiritual journey. It is a new journey in all sense of the word. And what he carries with him in his little bag, we assume, are the four pentacles. I mean, the four suits, the cups, the swords, the clubs, the wands, and the pentacles, because that's what he's going to need on his journey. But how is he going to use those? We don't know, because this is going to be something brand new. It's a new phase. Now, I have Speranza, the Hope card. I have the Amore card. And I have the Morte card. Now, this could be speaking to two things. Because this card, yes, it is hope, but it can also speak to extreme worries, okay, and fears and anxieties. So this is either someone being very worried that an end to a relationship has come, which will still make it a new beginning, okay? And now, if this is the case, you got to figure out what it is you got to do to move forward. But this could also say that someone is maintaining or keeping hope or having the faith, and through love, maintaining that hope and faith through love, okay, that there's going to be a new beginning. Now, because it's coming on Uranus, I feel that whatever this is, you're going to know one way or the other soon. We cannot ignore the fact that this is a swords card, so this is also about communication. So let's see what it's telling us. Remember I said it still implies some kind of movement, something being done, something behind the scenes. Here we have the collaborator. So this is something behind the scenes. And we have the prigione. And then we have the viaggio. I'm not going to read this prisoner as a person because it doesn't read like that. It reads like an energy. What this is telling me on the Seven of Swords is that things are going on behind the scenes, okay? To you, on the surface, there seems like nothing is happening. The prigione, it's like feeling stuck. And you not seeing that there's something going on behind the scenes, okay? So in other words, you're feeling kind of left out. And maybe that's what these wands are speaking about, this energy of being restless and wanting to do something, but you don't quite know what to do. Well, if I do this, will that work? If I do that, will that work? Will I screw something up? What do I do? So trying to, again, get your thoughts in with what your passions are, okay? And these inner conflicts that are going on around you. And, do be cautious. But there is movement here. Now, this could also be a trip. Maybe some of you have been waiting. Let's say, for instance, you've been waiting to take a trip and you don't know. You don't have all of the information to find out if you're going to make that trip. Well, the cards aren't really saying yes or no, but this is maybe the energy. Maybe you've gotten you have a job interview, or you're waiting to hear back from, a employer, a future employer, and you haven't heard anything back from them, and you're like, what the hell's going on? And you don't want to make any moves because maybe you got something else that you can be doing, but you really, really want that thing. And so you don't quite know what to do. Okay. I'm going to pull this spread up. I don't want to take a look at let's take a look at for some of you, indeed, you're going to get some news that is going to make you very, very happy. It will be a gift because it falls on this Tower card, and this is so funny. It's going to really kind of knock your socks off, whatever this thing is. I have the gift here, and the precious present, and the literal translation of this card is a gift that is not unselfish. So it may mean, I don't know what that means, whatever that means. I don't know what that means. I was told to say that, but I don't know what that means. Maybe that is going to be the nature of the gift, or maybe that is the thing behind the gift. Okay. But this is going to be something quite sudden, some type of message coming in, or someone delivering a message to you. Okay, on the Tower card. Now that is lovely. Now I'm going to pull these cards up. What we're going to do now is take a look and see what Casanova has to tell us. As I say, the decks are different. This is going to be a long video. So I'm going to just do a 5-card Casanova spread. Then I'm going to move on to the, oh, I don't even need those right now. Then I'm going to move on to the Heart Oracle Tarot. So, Casanova, what do you have to tell us? Share with us any messages that you wish to reveal. Do you have any messages for those who need counsel, advice, or consolation? Please show us and share with us what messages will help us. All right, I'm going to divide this into 3. I'm going to go with the middle deck. 5 cards. 2 of Cups. 8 of Swords. The Magician. The 4 of Wands. And the Knight of Cups. With the page of the Queen of Coins under the deck. What I'm getting from this spread is that the Magician can speak to, in this deck, he speaks to being in a dream, being spellbound, someone weaving a spell around another person, and drawing them in. Okay? That's our focus. Now, what I'm looking at is the 2 of Cups. This is the recognition, the passion, let me tell you exactly what this 2 of Cups says. Okay? Passion, the couple, the ideal, celebration, and a toast. This is a past, somewhat past influence, but yet it still hangs around. So it's not gone anywhere. The 8 of Swords is not the 8 of Swords in the Rider-Waite deck. The 8 of Swords speaks to regrets and bad news. Okay? Now, I come over here to this 4 of Wands. And the 4 of Wands is refuge, prosperity, peace, purification, a return to simplicity. And then I have this Knight of Chalices. He's known as the Knight of Chalices. These are known as Chalices, cups. The Knight is, listen, the seducer, risk, the seducer, deceit, the bearer of other people's letters, and an invitation. Now, I'm not getting in this, there's a deception here. It kind of reads with these 2 cards together like the 7 of Swords and the Rider-Waite. That, because in this card, if you can see over here, there's somebody hiding out back in the woods, kind of watching and waiting, okay? And maybe taking stock of this person who could perhaps represent something that is pure, or something that is simple, or something that is that can provide a refuge, okay, in a sense. So to me, it's not reading as though there's a deception here. It's just that the person is not sure about the situation. Okay. There's a hesitation in this, even in this. But yet what we get here, this card is someone who really just literally gets what they want. They can get whatever they want, whether this is a male or a female, okay? We're going to put it in general terms like that. Now, because it is the Queen, we will assume that this is the Queen of Pentacles. So if you're not an earth sign person, someone who perhaps, because remember we had that Nine of Cups lady, so this is perhaps someone who embodies the qualities of the earth, someone who's practical and down to earth, and who's not afraid to get in and do the work, okay? I want to pull this Magician. Let me read you it is the initiative, the single knowledge, okay? The single knowledge. And maybe that's what this is saying, is that realizations are coming in. Ability, cunning. You know, you gotta be cunning in order to pull off, you know, your trick. You want it to be spectacular. So again, it kind of reads like there's something coming, you know, that's going to be a surprise. Willpower, again, that perseverance, and independence of thought. Okay. But the imagery of the card is someone weaving a spell, someone conjuring up, someone doing things that seem otherworldly. Now, it always depends on who the magician is in this. So I'm going to take a look at, and this card to me speaks of regrets. It speaks of regrets in some way, shape, or form. A trap. And maybe this is the way, being trapped by thoughts, your own thoughts, or thinking that someone else is thinking something else about you, being trapped by your perception. You do have this guy, this doctor looking at this other guy as if to say, you know, you're broken, you need fixing, or you need help. And so maybe it is the fear of someone else's perception of you that has come into play. So let's see. I want to see what the Two of Cups. Actually, I'm going to only read on one card. We're going to read on the Magician. That's what we're going to do. That's the only major arcana. And I find that to be rather significant, and that it's a 1. It comes right after the Fool in that first spread. Single knowledge, willpower, cunning. A change in someone's expectations or hopes. Someone thinking about changing their hopes and expectations. Someone who, if this is a fear here, if this is, you know, a fear reading, someone considering their fears, changing the way they think, coming to some realization, a single, and having the willpower to do that. Now, let's do a quick 9-card spread. I'm already running into 40 minutes here. We're going to do 9 cards. Oh yeah, I forgot to tell you guys, I'm offering video readings now. That's why you need to see that video about my products and services. Those of you who've been saying, oh, I want, can you do a video reading for me? I'm offering video readings, people. Here we go. 9 cards down. look at the major arcana cards. The World card. In the center, I have the Seven of Coins with the message awaiting results. This is the focus. And what this is, I have 1, 2, 3 major arcanas in this spread, ending with 1. This is whatever seeds you have planted. If they have been positive seeds, they are going to be, there is something you will receive. What you reap is what you sow, or what you sow is what you reap, however that goes. So whatever seeds you have planted, you have not seen any of the results yet, okay? But you will be seeing results very soon. The Observe card, I can't remember if this is the Hanged Man. Well, just bear with me. I think it is. It is the Hanged Man. This is our entrance card. And it's literally almost saying as if here, the Sun card with the summer solstice, the time of waiting is about to draw nigh. Opportunities are beckoning. Okay, this is the Four of Cups. Now that's twice that this has come out. The imagery that I'm getting from this, the message that I'm getting from this, there's an infinity symbol on top of that globe there. But what stands out to me the most is the man on the balcony and the way the stars are framed around him as if he's putting off a glow. Okay? This is really something radiating from inside of you without to the outside. All right? It is something radiating. There's an opportunity either coming for you or an opportunity for you to do something. The Strength card, number 8, it's called Control. Okay? And this is really try to maintain control of yourself. Because we have all of this restless energy. Then I have the Two of Wands here. It's called Spread Your Wings. Okay? And we know that, I don't know if you can see, but that thing, that light bridge there, kind of breaks off into 2. All right? Again, it's going to be about options and choices. Perhaps if you choose to take control of yourself, you're going to have a better option coming out for you. You will be presented with a choice. The third eye chakra. Please, please do whatever you can to tap into your intuition, because this is going to be the way through. If you can, do not allow your heart to make the decision for you. Do not allow your head to make the decision for you. Allow the universe, your higher self, listen closely to the small, still voice within, and that's going to guide you through this. It's no accident that it comes underneath the Hanged Man and that it comes underneath the Strength card. This is going to require all of the strength that you can possibly muster, because what you're working on is a Nine of Cups. Dreams coming true. Okay? And this is really a very, very, a very surprising spread to me. Really, it is. The messages are absolutely beautiful. The last card down is the Four of Coins. Now, in the traditional deck, we see someone holding on very, very tightly, not wanting to maybe make a move, you know, being in their protective little cocoon. But this four says to open up, okay? And fours are about stability and balance. And if you have some worry surrounding something, I think that whatever this thing is that's coming in, and whatever the way the universe is going to work it out for you, it is going to open you up. I have these cards of opportunity, beckon, spread your wings and open up. In other words, whatever comes, say yes to it. Just say yes. It doesn't matter, like the Fool, what's going to happen after it. Just say yes to it. Because there's the World card. That's the World card. And the world can sometimes literally mean greater than you can ever imagine. And again, this reads like fear, you know. This is, I'm actually astounded at this reading, and we have observe, pay attention to what's going on. Look, observe, observe. That's the word. Then we have this person with their eyes closed and two eyes. Observe with your mind's eye, with your intuition, what is coming in. I have the sun here, and the sun comes in to bless this whole thing. Wait on it, because it's coming. It's coming. And when the opportunity presents itself, maybe this is you. Maybe you're going to have to take a leap of faith and do something. Spread your wings. Free yourself from any fear or control that you want to have over it. Open yourself up to whatever is coming. Just say yes to it. Okay. Again, the new products I have, I hope that helped you. It really helped me. I have no idea where this is coming from. So I have to wait and see. But when it comes, I'm going to be like, yes. So I have some new products. I'm offering a 3-package deal on 3 30-minute readings. I also have a 3-reading package deal for 60 minutes. I'm offering video readings. Go over and read about the Akashic Records clearing, the etheric cord and karma clearing. I got some stuff for you, people. It's up to you to take advantage of it. The bundles is like having me on retainer. You can't beat that with a big stick. I do hope those messages helped you. And until next time, namaste.